Daisies blooming, sundress swaying in the breeze. I can't stop staring. You've put a spell on me, and I hope that you never decide to set me free. The way you're moving has got me moving my own feet. The greatest feeling that I could ever dare to dream is you forever moving next to me. Let's not waste time, we'll take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two. The leaves ain't waiting, their colors changing like the times. And I'm taking, darling, would you be mine? And I hope you know I will love you for the rest of my life. Let's not waste time, we'll take this slow. We've got miles behind us, but miles to go. So let's just break this down to the simplest truth. You and I as one will always be better than two.
Wagons back in the day had little stoves in them. Well, today's activity, since it's supposed to be like 98, 99 degrees.
We waited till it got that hot.
Yeah, I waited till after lunchtime. But anyways, we're walking over to a river 1.2 miles away. Before we left, I dunked my shirt in water, so it's like 19%, 18% humidity out here, so it's keeping me cool right now. Sarah's probably getting a little hot. But we're going a pace of what I call a retirement stroll. So we're just slowly making our way over to the river. And what's this? You're crossing over east-west. Kind of neat. I didn't know that. Well, we made it to the river. My shirt dried out about 0.9 miles into the hike. So it's about actually 1.3 miles here, 1.3 miles back. Let's go take a look at this. Oh, it looks nice. Flowing pretty decent. Even a little cut through right over there. Let's see how the water is. Oh, that's not too bad. Not as cold as I thought. Alright.
That guy yesterday said it was cold.
He said it was cold, but we're gonna go swimming. It's not bad right here, but maybe the river's flowing pretty fast right there, so we're gonna have to watch out. We're not carried away. Maybe we'll go check out over there if it's not flowing quite as fast.
Remember how wimpy I am?
Nope.
Eric lied. This water is cold, but it's very hot outside, so it felt good.
Ready?
And there's monsters in this water. Like that monster. The water was awesome. Colder than I like, but it still felt good. It's very rocky though. We should have wore our water shoes. Maybe next time.
Water's perfect temperature.
Water's cold, you lie.
Perfect.
Oh, good gravy, you lie. That's not my water temp. You Michigan boys like cold water. By the way, I did get in the water. It did feel good. And I'm drying off really quick. Eric told me to get out because we were ready to go. And look at him.
Okay, I'm working my way.
He's finally making it. Let's see if he'll stand on the rocks.
You know how it hurts in the ball of your foot, or in the arch of your foot? Piece of cake.
You're walking like an 80-year-old man.
Okay, it doesn't really hurt. No, not really. Pain-free. Okay.
We've been at Lewis and Clark Cavern State Park for a few days. We really like it here. This is the view from our camper. And we have a good view out the back too. So, instead of leaving today like we were supposed to, we decided to stay another night. But we do have to switch spots. So we have another spot further down that actually has power somewhere down in there. So, but I'll give you a little tour of the campground. We're going to the power spot tonight because this is still when our solar's not working and we're waiting to hear from Brinkley. So we're gonna go plug in today. So this is our site. We're in site B2. All the sites are on small little loops. They have about 7 spots on each little loop. I'm not sure how many loops there are. But on our loop, there's also 3 cabins. So we don't have 7 campers because of the cabins that are here. And then behind us, we also have that, I'm going to call it a teepee tent that you can rent and stay in back there. I don't know if that's I don't know. Anyway, it's a tent that stays right there and it looks pretty nice. There's 4 cots in it. And we've seen a lot of people staying in it. There are several hiking trails here. We are going hiking today, not sure which one. But this one leads up to the other side, or part of it anyway. And it'll take you to the cave and the visitor center. But you can also drive up there. They do have a dump station just as you're coming in or leaving. And then it does have water fill up over there. And then some of the sites have water fill up close to them, so we were able to fill up from our site B2. They have several vault toilets, and then down there is men's and women's restrooms and showers, flushing toilets. And a nice little playground the kids have kept busy this week. This next loop up here is a first come first serve loop, so you can't reserve those. So besides the loops, they have a few of these little pull out spots right here around the edge of the campground, which are really nice. That's what we're going to tonight. And then every campsite here, for the most part, has a really good view of the mountains. This morning we are leaving Lewis and Clark's Cavern State Park. That's a big long name. And we are headed to Buffalo Bill State Park. On the way there, we are stopping somewhere to get our solar charger, I think is what it's called. So hopefully our solar will start working. So we'll see how it goes. Here's one last view of these beautiful mountains. Which is 30-40 minutes from our next campground, and this is where we are getting our solar charger from, High IQ Solar. He was going to help us install it, but it is really hot today, so we don't want to. I think it's about 100 out, we don't want to turn the power off to the camper because the fridge might get too hot. So Eric's gonna wait and install it in the morning, and it's close enough if we need to come back for anything we can. So hopefully we get everything we need right now.
Let me know if you hear any crunching.
I don't see any measurements.
Now turn right and then you will reach your destination.
They still won't be as hot with some wind blowing.
Continue for half a mile. You have reached your destination.
Our solar charger, I'm taking it off. It wasn't working. It worked there for a second, and I was like, well, maybe I had a couple of little loose terminals right up here. It started working, but it only worked for a minute, then it stopped. So basically turned off my solar controller, well, solar panel, solar cutoff, yes. And then I disconnected the power from the solar controller because it runs through here. So here's the power from the solar controller batteries. Here's the power coming from the solar panels. So now I just have to make everything work onto this setup. I was in Powell, Wyoming, and they happen to have one of these, a little bit better than this one. The Furion is pretty easy to take off. I have 4 screws. This is a tray that slides out, and then it just connects in from there. So anyways, I'm in the process of doing that. Gonna have to change some wiring around, put a few new connectors on, and then give it a try. Okay, short 3 hours later, we got it installed. I had to put some extra extension wire for my negative and positive battery side from up here, and then these fit for my solar cutoff barely, and then just stuck a new fitting on my ground. So just got to put this plate on and I'm done, and I'll see if it works tomorrow. I went ahead and updated the program, and I'll test it tomorrow because it's already getting dark here. I don't know what time it is, like 10 o'clock? I don't know, it's getting close. All right, talk to you later. Okay, this morning I got up and was testing our solar charger, solar controller right over here, make sure everything was working because the sun was up, and I was getting nothing on the Bluetooth app. Well, I was getting, it was showing the battery voltage of 13.8 or what have you, but I wasn't getting watts off the solar or nothing. And so then I was like, well, let me see what else it could be. So I went up on top of the roof of the panel, and let me go up there and show you what I found, which could be the culprit of why the solar's not charging the batteries. When the dealer installed my second panel, I talked to Brinkley about this. They said they were supposed to connect them in series, and they connected them in parallel, which if you connect them in parallel, it doubles the amperage. And if you connect them in series, it doubles the voltage. Well, this piece right here, if I can't get a good piece of that, it's starting to melt. So when they connected it up wrong, it's too many amperage on a full sunny day for these wires to handle, and that one started to melt even all the way in the inside. I don't know if it's good anymore. So anyways, now I'm in a phone tag or phone battle. Who's gonna, pay this? The dealer that installed it wrong, which Brinkley said, yeah, that's who needs to pay for it. I called the dealer. They only warranty the work for 90 days, A&L RV sales, but they did it wrong in the first place. So I would think they would have to be responsible for this, because that could be a fire hazard. That thing gets, you know, hot enough, it gets, you know, maybe set your camper on fire. So anyways, I'm gonna monitor it, maybe disconnect some of the other leads down here and tape them back to keep the amperage from getting too high on it. So anyways, we'll keep you informed on how that goes. I'm hoping they'll just send a mobile tech out, and you have to use Brinkley parts to get this replaced and Brinkley's connectors, otherwise they won't warranty it. So anyhow, anyway, I like the Victron solar controller I have because I wanted it in the first place, but I really thought it would fix the problem, but that's the problem right there.